A man consumed by rage challenged the gods, a warrior who brought civilization to its knees, a father trying to escape his past.
This is not just the story of a legendary Spartan. It is the story of loss, betrayal, revenge, and ultimately, redemption.
For many, Kratos is simply the god of war, a ruthless warrior wielding the blades of chaos. But behind every battle lies a tragedy that shaped the man he would become.
His journey would lead him into impossible battles against monsters, titans, and gods. He would witness kingdoms crumble, civilizations collapse.
From a roaring ghost to a grieving father, we must be better. He found his peace.
Kratos was simply a young Spartan boy with a family, a brother, and dreams of becoming the greatest warrior Greece had ever known.
Keep your guard up, Deimos!
Like that? I almost had you.
You are getting stronger every day.
High atop Mount Olympus, a mysterious prophecy began to spread among the gods. It foretold that a marked warrior would one day bring about the downfall of Olympus itself. Fearing the prophecy, Zeus ordered Athena and Ares to find the child before destiny could unfold. When the brothers were still young, the gods descended upon Sparta. Athena and Ares located Deimos, believing he is the child of prophecy.
He is the child of the prophecy.
Kratos fought with every ounce of strength he possessed to protect his brother. Though only a child, he charged directly at Ares. Powerless, Kratos watched as Deimos was dragged away.
Kratos buried his grief beneath relentless training. Every scar, every victory, became another step toward becoming stronger than anyone else.
Years passed. Kratos became a feared warrior. His skill with blades became legendary. His courage inspired soldiers. His brutality terrified enemies.
As Kratos climbed the military ranks, he earned command of entire Spartan armies. Villages surrendered before his arrival. Enemy generals feared facing him on the battlefield.
To the Spartans, Kratos was becoming the perfect soldier. Disciplined. No victories the memory of Deimos. No battle silenced the pain. Instead, if he became powerful, no one would ever take away someone he loved again.
As Kratos continued leading Sparta's armies across Greece, whispers of his victories reached every kingdom. Kings feared him. Generals respected him.
One god, in particular, saw something extraordinary in Kratos. Not a hero, that god was Ares, the god of war.
Victory had become a way of life for Kratos. Every victory brought him greater glory. But even the greatest warrior could not escape fate forever. One day, Kratos encountered an enemy unlike any he had faced before. The barbarian king, a towering warrior renowned for his unmatched strength.
Unlike previous opponents who broke under Spartan rule, the barbarian army refused to retreat.
Spartans, hold the line!
Kratos found himself losing control.
Surrounded by defeated Spartan warriors, Kratos realized something he had never accepted before. He was about to die. For a man who believed strength could overcome any obstacle.
Ares! Destroy my enemies! And my life is yours!
I will accept your desperate bargain. You shall live, but from this day forward, your life belongs to me. Bear these blades in my name.
Kratos embraced the power. As divine energy surged through his body, the exhausted Spartan rose once more. No longer an ordinary man, the once unstoppable barbarian army found themselves overwhelmed. Even the mighty barbarian king could no longer stand.
The battle is over!
Sparta had won. From that day forward, Kratos became most loyal champion. He traveled across Greece carrying out the gods' commands without question. Kingdom after With every victory, Ares rewarded Kratos with even greater power. But the god desired more than military conquest.
without compassion.
Little by little, Kratos abandoned the values that once defined him. Honor gave way to obedience. Compassion faded into indifference. His heart grew colder with every campaign.
Kratos, who fought for Sparta, became something far more dangerous. Friends became tools. Enemies became obstacles. Every order from Ares was carried out without hesitation.
Kratos believed loyalty would earn respect. Instead, every bond to humanity. Ares had begun preparing one final test.
By now, Kratos had become the most feared warrior in all of Greece. Wherever the blades appeared, kingdoms feared, knowing they stood little chance against the champion of Ares.
But Ares believed one weakness still remained. Kratos still possessed something that could one day stand in the way of his destiny. His family.
You are home.
Kratos, take your army and destroy the village of Athena.
As you command, Lord Ares.
Break their lines and push them back!
Run to the temple now!
Get inside and close the doors!
Kratos!
Stop!
Do not enter that temple! Your undoing lies within!
Nothing will stop me from completing my mission.
Calliope, hide!
Show them your absolute obedience.
This tragedy was necessary. Only by destroying every attachment can you become the ultimate warrior.
Ares believed he had given Kratos a gift, freedom from love. He had awakened a thirst for vengeance.
For this atrocity, you shall bear the mark of your beastly deeds forever!
Thus, the Spartan warrior Kratos received a new name. The Ghost of Sparta. The Knightos relived the moment inside the temple. For years, Kratos wandered Greece seeking forgiveness, hoping the gods who had once commanded him would finally release him from his suffering. He completed impossible tasks, a journey filled with impossible trials, legendary monsters, and the Ghost of Sparta had been born. Now, his quest for revenge was about to begin.
Mighty Olympians! I beg you for a chance to atone. Let me wipe away the stains of my past!
Ares had grown reckless. No longer content with spreading war among mortals, he had begun threatening the balance of Olympus itself, since the gods war against one another.
Defeat Ares, end his reign of destruction. The gods will forgive your crimes and free you from the nightmares.
Long ago, the gods had punished Kronos for his rebellion by forcing him to wander the endless desert, while carrying the massive temple for eternity.
The Temple of Pandora.
Every corridor concealed deadly traps. Massive gears turned endlessly within its walls. Hidden mechanisms, collapsing bridges, and intricate puzzles tested.
Kratos battled towering minotaurs, swift harpies, yet the grating brought him closer, and terrifying gorgons. Each victory pushed days turned into weeks as Kratos fought through the labyrinthine temple. His body bore new scars, his armor was battered, but his resolve never wavered.
There, resting upon an ancient altar, was Pandora's box. The artifact shimmered with divine power, but Ares had been watching.
Witness the end of Athens!
I will end your reign, Ares!
You cannot stop a god!
I will not fall!
The war was over. Kratos had fulfilled his promise. Kratos believed his suffering had ended.
Athena, rid me of these nightmares!
They refused. They forgave his crimes, but they could not erase his memories.
Ares' demise has left a void, Olympus needs a champion. You must be the new god of war. Kratos accepted.
Kratos ascended Mount Olympus. The Spartan warrior had achieved what no mortal ever had. He had become the new god of war.
But although Kratos now possessed divine power, the rage within his heart remained the gods. One ruler had begun to fear his growing power, was Zeus. Under Kratos' guidance, Sparta grew stronger than ever before. Its armies expanded. Its influence spread across Greece. Victories became so frequent.
Kratos, show restraint. Do not pursue endless conquest.
They never showed me mercy. Why should I show mercy now?
High above Olympus, Zeus watched with increasing unease. He hoped replacing Ares with Kratos would restore order. Instead, Zeus saw another powerful god of war whose strength to grow. Ancient prophecies' echoes had overthrown his father. Prophecy suggested he too could fall.
Rather than confronting Kratos openly, Zeus devised a plan to eliminate him before he became unstoppable. The opportunity came during Sparta's campaign against the island of Rhodes. As the
I will tear you down!
Zeus weakened his powers from afar. The battle became more difficult. He guided him to an ancient weapon, the blade of Olympus.
To wield its full strength, Kratos had to pour his own divine power into the blade. Believing it was, the weapon blazed with overwhelming power.
Now mortal once more, Kratos destroyed the Colossus. The gigantic collapsed. Fragments of bronze crashed to the ground.
Your anger and ambition have consumed you. You are as dangerous as Ares. Lay down the blade of Olympus, swear loyalty, and end this campaign.
I will not be your slave.
The king of Olympus had betrayed him. His soul descended once again into the underworld. The river Styx pulled at him. Lost souls surrounded him. The gates of death began to close. It seemed that Kratos' journey had finally come to an end.
But destiny had other plans. As Kratos struggled against the darkness in the underworld, a familiar voice called out to him.
Kratos. Long before the gods ruled, Titans governed creation. They too were betrayed by Zeus. Now, our enemy is the same. Gaia offered Kratos a chance to escape once more, not for redemption, not for forgiveness, but for revenge.
Zeus! You will not decide my fate. I will have my revenge.
Everything had changed. The gods had lied. They manipulated me. And now, the king of Olympus tried to erase me forever.
The man who once served the gods now swore to destroy them. Kratos' purpose became crystal clear. He would find the Sisters of Fate, travel back through time. Was about to begin again. Of Sparta. Olympus itself would fall.
Guided by Gaia, Kratos set out to find the legendary Sisters of Fate, mysterious beings controlled the threads of destiny itself, the power to alter time. Along the way, Kratos faced creatures from the darkest corners of Greek mythology, massive stone guardians, powerful gorgons, fearsome griffins, and relentless warriors.
The sisters revealed that destiny could not simply be rewritten. Mortal desire already had its place within the fabric of time. Within the fabric of time.
For the first time, a mortal commanded the power of time. Portal, and returned to the exact moment.
Kratos had already achieved something far greater. Kratos had changed history.
The gods will fall. Gaia, your defeat is not written. I offer you a new future.
Suddenly, enormous portals opened across time. The Titans marched forward once more. Towering over mountains and seas, they advanced. The first to confront Kratos was Poseidon, ruler of the seas. Poseidon unleashed the full might of the oceans.
Across Greece, devastating floods swallowed coastlines. Entire cities disappeared beneath rising waters. Yet Kratos did not stop. Soon he encountered Hades, ruler of the underworld. Hades sought to imprison Kratos' soul. The battle between them echoed throughout the underworld.
Ancient spirits swirled through the darkness as Hades unleashed the souls of countless fallen warriors. But Kratos prevailed once again.
The souls of the dead escaped freely into the mortal world. Chaos spread across Greece. Still, Kratos pressed onward.
You cannot defy the light of the sun! Your light will not save you!
Once Helios fell, darkness spread across the skies. The sun itself faded. The world grew colder and dimmer.
Further along his journey, Hermes challenged Kratos with incredible speed. The swift messenger of the gods raced across mountains and ruined cities and could ever catch him. Eventually, Hermes was overcome by Kratos. Disease and decay spread rapidly across Greece. Nature itself seemed to wither. The destruction continued.
I should have been the one. I am Olympus's true champion.
By now, Olympus had become unrecognizable. Floods consumed the land. Every victory brought Kratos closer to Zeus. At last, Kratos reached the summit of Olympus. There stood Zeus, king of the gods, father of Kratos.
Zeus was Kratos' father. Their conflict was more than a battle for revenge, a struggle between father and son, between fear and destiny. I must admit that fear drove my actions.
You will never rule Olympus! I will destroy you!
But Kratos had learned a painful lesson. Neither the Titans nor the Olympians had ever cared about humanity. Both sought only power. In that moment, Kratos understood he had been used once again. He chose his own path. Neither God nor Titan, only Kratos.
Kratos! Not yet, father.
Silence spread across the mountain. The Great War was over, but victory brought no sanction. Looking across Greece, the world left in ruins.